Psychology reveals 20 ways to actually get a man to commit. Most women think commitment happens when a man finally realizes how good you are to him. Wrong. Commitment doesn't begin with appreciation. It begins when his nervous system starts registering you as both emotionally safe and genuinely losable. A man doesn't commit because you explained your worth enough times. He doesn't commit because you waited longer, gave more, forgave faster, or proved you'd be different from every woman before you. That usually teaches him he can keep receiving the relationship without having to choose it. When a man moves toward commitment, it's usually because the emotional conditions around you change. You stop acting like unlimited access is available without responsibility. Your standards become visible. Your warmth becomes connected to his effort. Your presence starts feeling valuable because it's no longer guaranteed. If you're trying to win commitment through intensity, overgiving, patience, or being the easiest woman in his life, you'll miss the real psychology. Commitment is shaped by quieter forces: investment, contrast, consistency, respect, boundaries, and the moment he realizes that keeping you requires him to actually choose you. What you're about to hear aren't tricks to manipulate a man. They're the psychological shifts that make commitment more likely, and just as importantly, reveal when a man was never capable of giving it. And the final shift is the one most women avoid because it feels risky. The moment you stop auditioning to be chosen and start watching whether he has the maturity to choose you. 1. Stop rewarding uncertainty. Have you ever noticed how some men become more affectionate right when you start pulling away, then vague again once they feel secure? Most women read that as proof he secretly cares. And sometimes he does. But inconsistent affection can also become a behavioral pattern called intermittent reinforcement, where unpredictable rewards make you more emotionally attached than steady ones. Here's the thing. Psychology shows that uncertainty can intensify longing because the brain keeps chasing resolution. Dopamine spikes harder when the outcome isn't guaranteed. So when he gives you warmth, distance, your nervous system can mistake instability for passion. The way to shift this isn't by becoming cold. It's by no longer giving full girlfriend-level access to someone offering half-partner clarity. When uncertainty stops being rewarded with more patience, more sex, more emotional labor, and more availability, he has to reveal whether he wants a real relationship or just the benefits of one. 2. Let your standards become visible early. So why does making your standards clear make commitment more likely? Many women worry that standards will scare a man away. They soften what they want, act more casual than they feel, and hope he'll slowly understand. But a man who's capable of commitment doesn't need you to hide your needs to keep him interested. Here's what most people don't realize. Standards reduce ambiguity. In attachment psychology, secure people create safety by communicating expectations directly instead of testing, guessing, or performing. When you calmly say what kind of relationship you're available for, you're not pressuring him. You're giving him a map. The wrong man feels restricted by that map because he wanted access without responsibility. The right man feels respected by it because he knows where he stands. Your standards don't ruin connection. They reveal whether the connection has enough maturity to become something real. 3. Don't confuse access with intimacy. Ever had a man tell you everything about his childhood, his fears, his ex, his dreams, and still avoid defining the relationship? It feels intimate because he's opening up. It feels like you've reached a deeper place with him. But emotional disclosure isn't the same as emotional commitment. Here's something that might surprise you. People can use vulnerability to create closeness without choosing responsibility. In social psychology, self-disclosure increases bonding, but bonding alone doesn't guarantee intention. A man can enjoy being understood by you while still avoiding the structure of a relationship with you. That's why you have to watch whether his vulnerability is paired with consistency. Does he make plans? Does he follow through? Does he protect the connection when things get inconvenient? Real intimacy isn't just him telling you his pain. It's him letting your presence affect his choices. Commitment grows when emotional openness becomes accountable behavior. And if this kind of insight speaks to you, like and subscribe. This channel is for women who want love with clarity, self-respect, and emotional intelligence, not confusion dressed up as chemistry. 4. Become harder to replace, not harder to please. Does he know your moods, your values, your humor, your limits, and the parts of your life that exist beyond him? A lot of women try to become irreplaceable by becoming endlessly agreeable. They say yes too quickly, adjust too much, and make themselves easy to keep around. But being easy to please doesn't make you unforgettable. It can make you convenient. Think about that for a second. Attraction deepens when a person experiences your distinctiveness. The psychology of mate selection shows that long-term interest grows around perceived value, emotional uniqueness, and compatibility, not constant availability. If you erase your opinions to keep him comfortable, he never has to meet the real you. And if he never meets the real you, he can't commit to her. Let him see your preferences. Let him encounter your rhythm. Let him notice that being with you means entering a whole world, not just receiving attention on demand. 5. Let him invest before he receives everything. Have you ever given a man your loyalty, your body, your time, your emotional support, and your patience before he's clearly chosen you? It can feel loving. It can feel generous. It can feel like you're showing him what a relationship with you would be like. But premature overgiving often removes the very tension that helps commitment form. That's not love. That's early access without earned responsibility. Behavioral psychology teaches that investment changes perception. People value what they put effort, time, thought, and sacrifice into. When he invests in planning, showing up, listening, repairing, and making space for you, his brain starts linking you with personal choice. If you give everything before he has to choose anything, he can enjoy the reward without developing ownership of the bond. This doesn't mean you play games. It means you pace intimacy so his effort has room to rise. Commitment grows when he's not just receiving you, he's participating in building something with you. 6. Watch how he handles small disappointments. Ever told a man no, asked to reschedule, disagreed with him, or expressed a need, then watched his energy shift? That moment tells you more than a romantic date ever could. Many men are charming when everything is easy. The deeper question is how he responds when your humanity interrupts his fantasy. The nervous system reveals itself under mild stress. In relationship psychology, conflict regulation is one of the strongest signs of long-term stability. You're watching for emotional regulation, not perfection. Does he get defensive? Does he punish you with distance? Does he make you feel guilty for having a boundary? Or does he stay present, adjust, and respect you without turning cold? A man who can handle small disappointment can usually handle real partnership. A man who withdraws the second you're not pleasing him is showing you that commitment would cost you your voice. Don't ignore the small tests. They're the preview. 7. Let mystery come from fullness, not manipulation. So why does having your own life make a man more likely to commit? It's not because you're playing hard to get. It's because you're genuinely not empty without him. There's a huge difference. Manipulated mystery says, I'll delay my reply so he worries. Real mystery says, I'm busy living a life I actually care about. Attraction research consistently shows that autonomy increases desirability because people are drawn to those who have independent sources of meaning. Your friendships, routines, goals, health, creativity, and private joy all communicate something powerful. They tell him your life isn't waiting open like an empty room, hoping he'll move in. He has to earn a place inside something already alive. That creates respect. And respect is one of the quiet foundations of male commitment. A man is far more likely to commit when he feels invited into your life, not responsible for giving you one. 8. Don't mother him into maturity. Have you ever found yourself explaining basic consideration to a grown man over and over again? You tell him how to communicate. You remind him to plan. You teach him how not to disappear. You help him name his feelings, manage his schedule, and understand why consistency matters. At first, it feels like emotional intelligence. But if you become his therapist, coach, mother, and girlfriend, attraction starts to distort. Attachment dynamics show that caretaking can create dependency without desire. He may rely on you, but reliance isn't commitment. A man commits from adult choice, not because you raised him into being ready. You can inspire growth, but you can't become the system that makes him functional. If he only acts like a partner when you manage him, he's not committing to you. He's outsourcing maturity to you. Let him show you what he can carry without being carried. 9. Make peace feel exciting. Does he associate you with calm, warmth, laughter, and emotional ease? Or does the connection become a cycle of anxiety and relief? Many people think passion has to feel chaotic to be real. The nervous system disagrees. Over time, the body learns who feels safe and who feels threatening. Oxytocin, cortisol, and adrenaline all shape the way attraction is stored. If your bond is built on panic, jealousy, and constant uncertainty, he may feel intensity, but intensity alone doesn't create devotion. Secure attraction feels different. It has charge, but it also has rest. When a man can be around you without performing, defending, or bracing for drama, he starts to experience you as a place of emotional regulation. That's powerful. Men often commit not only to the woman they desire, But to the woman whose presence makes life feel more grounded, peace becomes exciting when it feels rare. 10. Don't compete with his freedom. Ever felt tempted to prove that commitment won't trap him? You become extra chill, extra flexible, extra low maintenance. You pretend not to care about labels because you don't want him to think you're taking anything away. But real commitment doesn't require you to compete with freedom. It requires a man mature enough to redefine freedom. In adult development psychology, emotional maturity includes the ability to choose responsibility without experiencing it as imprisonment. A man who sees every expectation as control isn't being free. He's being avoidant. The goal isn't to convince him that loving you will cost him nothing. Love does cost something. It costs selfishness, endless options, and the fantasy of never being accountable. But it also gives intimacy, loyalty, partnership, and depth. The right man doesn't commit because you made commitment feel consequence-free. He commits because he understands that the right responsibility is worth choosing. 11. Let him miss you. So why does space sometimes do more than another conversation? When you're anxious, you want to close the gap immediately. You want to explain, check in, soften the tension, and remind him what you share. But if you're always present, always available, and always emotionally accessible, he never has to feel the shape of your absence. Memory and attachment are linked through emotional salience. The brain notices what changes. When your warmth is constant regardless of his effort, he stops experiencing it as something chosen. Letting him miss you isn't punishment. It's reality. You're showing him that your presence is not a permanent background feature. It's a privilege attached to mutual care. If he values you, space brings clarity. If he only enjoyed access, space brings replacement. Either outcome serves you. Commitment becomes possible when he recognizes that being close to you is something he can lose. 12. Stop translating mixed signals into hope. Have you ever replayed one sweet message so you could ignore 5 confusing behaviors? Most women don't fall for nothing. They fall for fragments. The intense eye contact, the deep conversation, the sudden tenderness, the way he said he'd never felt this comfortable before. But mixed signals are still signals. They're not a puzzle you're supposed to solve into love. Cognitive psychology calls this confirmation bias. The mind gives extra weight to evidence that supports what it wants to believe. If you want him, your brain will search for proof that he's almost ready, almost healed, almost serious. But commitment doesn't live in almost. It lives in patterns. Watch the pattern, not the peak moment. A man who wants to commit doesn't leave you constantly decoding whether you matter. His interest becomes legible. His actions start reducing confusion instead of creating it. 13. Let his words compete against his behavior. Does he say he wants something serious but move like a man keeping every door open? Words are powerful because they create emotional images. You hear his future language and your body relaxes. You imagine the relationship catching up to the promise. But psychology makes one thing clear. Behavior is the more reliable data stream. Language can express desire, fantasy, guilt, loneliness, or temporary emotion. Repeated behavior expresses priorities. That's why you have to let his words compete against what he actually does. If he says he cares but doesn't protect your time, listen to the behavior. If he says he's serious but avoids clarity, listen to the behavior. If he says you're different but treats you like an option, listen to the behavior. Commitment becomes safer when you stop being hypnotized by intention and start measuring follow-through. A man's pattern is the relationship he's already offering. 14. Don't become the cool girl if you want real love. Ever said, "I'm fine with whatever," when you absolutely weren't fine? The cool girl act feels protective. It makes you look easygoing, unbothered, sexually open, emotionally low demand, and impossible to disappoint. But it also teaches him that your needs are optional. Impression management is powerful in early dating. People perform the version of themselves they think will be accepted. The problem is that a performance can attract someone who likes the mask, not the woman underneath it. If you want commitment, the goal isn't to be the least demanding woman he's ever met. The goal is to be the most real woman he's capable of meeting with respect. You don't need to dramatize your needs. You do need to own them. A man who only stays when you pretend not to have standards isn't committing to you. He's committing to your self-abandonment. 15. Create emotional contrast. So why do some men suddenly commit after realizing they can't keep things casual forever? It's because contrast creates decision pressure. When everything feels the same, whether he commits or not, there's no psychological reason to choose. He gets your affection, loyalty, softness, sexual access, emotional support, and availability without changing the structure. The brain conserves effort when rewards are already available. That's basic reinforcement learning. To create healthy contrast, you don't threaten. You simply align your access with his level of commitment. A casual man doesn't receive the same depth as a committed partner. A vague man doesn't get unlimited emotional certainty from you. A man who hasn't chosen you doesn't get to experience you as if he has. This isn't manipulation, it's congruence. When the relationship structure matches the relationship benefits, he has to decide whether he wants more or whether he was only comfortable because it cost him nothing. 16. Notice whether he integrates you. Have you met his friends, seen his routines, entered his real world, and become part of his future planning? Or does the connection exist mostly in private pockets of time? Men often reveal commitment through integration before they reveal it through labels. Social psychology calls this inclusion of other in the self, the process of weaving someone into identity, decisions, relationships, and future expectations. A man who's moving toward commitment starts making room. He doesn't keep you sealed off from the rest of his life. He mentions you naturally. He considers your schedule. He brings you into plans that extend beyond the next date. Watch the integration. If he only wants you late at night, away from his people, outside his real responsibilities, that tells you something. Commitment isn't just affection, it's placement. A man who's serious starts placing you where his life can actually see you. 17. Don't negotiate for basic respect. Ever caught yourself preparing the perfect speech to convince him to treat you with care? You explain why disappearing hurts. You explain why flirting with other women bothers you. You explain why broken plans matter. But basic respect shouldn't require a courtroom presentation. Moral psychology shows that values are revealed in repeated choices, especially when there's no immediate reward for doing the right thing. If he needs constant persuasion to be honest, considerate, or consistent, the issue isn't communication, it's character. You can clarify a boundary once, you can offer understanding once, but if you keep negotiating for the bare minimum, you teach him that respect is flexible. Commitment requires trust. Trust requires emotional safety. And emotional safety can't grow where you're constantly trying to prove that your feelings deserve consideration. The man who's ready for you doesn't need to be manipulated into decency. He recognizes it as part of love. 18. Let attraction include admiration. Does he admire how you think, how you live, how you carry yourself, and how you handle pressure? Attraction that's only physical can be intense, but it's often unstable. Admiration gives attraction structure. Evolutionary psychology and long-term mate research both point toward competence, warmth, reliability, and status signals as part of lasting desire. That doesn't mean you need to perform success for him. It means you let him see the parts of you that command respect. Your discipline, your discernment, your humor, your ability to say no, your ability to recover, your ability to care without losing yourself. A man commits more easily when desire and admiration point in the same direction. If he only wants your body, he'll chase access. If he admires your mind, your standards, and your way of moving through life, he starts seeing you as a partner. Desire pulls him in. Admiration makes him stay. 19. Don't over-explain your worth. So why does explaining too much sometimes lower attraction? Because the person who knows their value doesn't argue it into existence. When you repeatedly tell him how loyal you are, how rare you are, how much you've done, and how badly he'll regret losing you, you shift from being the prize to pleading your case. Self-perception theory says people infer value from behavior and context. If you act like you need him to validate your worth, he feels that uncertainty. This doesn't mean you become arrogant. It means you stop marketing yourself to someone with full access to the evidence. Let your life, boundaries, consistency, and self-respect speak. A man who can't recognize your value without a presentation isn't your audience. Commitment grows when he feels he's choosing a woman who already belongs to herself. Your worth doesn't become stronger because he agrees with it. It becomes visible when you stop debating it. 20. Stop auditioning for commitment. What was the shift I mentioned at the beginning? It's this. Stop trying to prove you're worthy of being chosen, and start observing whether he's capable of choosing. That single shift changes your energy immediately. You stop performing, you stop overgiving, you stop treating his hesitation like a challenge to win. The right man doesn't commit because you finally became perfect enough. He commits because he recognizes something real, and he has the maturity to meet it.